Hello all, myself Shruti. Welcome back to the videos that exhibit activities of BioEd Solutions Bangalore. So today I would like to introduce one more batch of students from Garden City College, Bangalore. They have worked on phytochemical analysis and molecular characterization of Moringa oleifera and its endophytic fungus. So Moringa oleifera is very common vegetable, but unfortunately the vegetable all of us will use, but the leaves are more important than vegetable. Still we will not be using this leaf. So the idea is to find out the scientific benefits of using these leaves in our daily routine. So that plant is Moringa oleifera, that is drumstick. So this is a food plant with multiple medicinal uses. So this belongs to family Moringaceae and is an exceptionally esteemed plant which is found in numerous nations of the jungles and subtropics. It has a great scope of therapeutic uses with high healthy benefits. So various pieces of this plant contain a profile of significant minerals and are a decent wellspring of protein and nutrients. So this plant, all the parts of the plants like leaves, roots, seeds, bark acts as natural products, and they are involved in various circulatory energizers, have anti-tumor, antipyretic, anti-epileptic, mitigating, anti-ulcer, bring down cholesterol, prevents cancer, anti-diabetic. Like this, there are lots of activities involved in it, and it also has various illnesses in the native arrangement of medication, and it is especially used in South Asia. So when it comes to nutritional characterization, it has protein level of up to 30.3% and 19 amino acids. It has got lots of minerals like calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, sodium, sulfur, zinc, copper, manganese, iron and selenium. It has up to 17 unsaturated fatty acids like alpha linoleic acid, hene isocyanuric acid, G-linoleic acid, palmitic acid, capri corrosive, like this. So when it comes to nutrients, it has got beta carotene, and it is found more in dried leaves. It has good fiber content of up to 11%, corrosive cleanser fiber, corrosive cleanser lignin and cellulose also. So tannins is present in the 3.2% and polyphenols up to 2%. It contains lots of amino acids, unsaturated fats, minerals and nutrient profiles. So all these mirror an alluring wholesome equilibrium of the diet. So as I said, it is involved or lots of research is done on the pharmacological properties of this plant. So benzyl isothiocyanate is a very efficient compound which is distinguished as a functional antimicrobial specialist which is present in this plant, and this leaves has a wide scope of natural exercises like anti-hypertensive, tissue defensive of kidneys, testicles, lungs and heart, anti-ulcer, cancer preventing agent, immunomodulatory and pain relieving activity. So it is also proved against anti-inflammatory and anti-arthritic properties. So there are lots of pharmacological profile. And when it comes to endophytic fungus, so endophytic fungus or the organic entities or the organic entities which are present in the plant will help the microorganisms to colonize inside the plant tissue without causing any disorders. So endophytic parasites related with therapeutic plants consistently are represented to be an interesting wellspring of the bioactive blend. So what we have done is the plant uh, juice is put on the PDA media, that is providing the necessary environment for the fungus to grow which is present inside the plant. So when we have taken like this plant extract to help fungus to grow, that is endophytic fungus, we were able to find out so many endophytic fungus in it. In that majorly we took two fungus for further categorization. So the bioactive secondary metabolites which are present in the plant should also be reflecting in this fungi. So the auxiliary metabolites from endophytes furthermore show great activity So endophytic parasites are the guideline focal points for the formation of discretionary metabolites. They live asymptomatically inside the tissues of higher plants. So the secondary metabolites which are present in this fungus, we have cross-checked with the secondary metabolites present in the plant. So with both the plant and the fungal endophytic fungus, we have prepared ethanol extracts, and those extracts we have further used for phytochemical analysis. At the same time, we have authenticated the plant material by DNA barcoding studies. So DNA was isolated from the fresh leaves, and target gene was amplified through PCR techniques, and it was further sequenced to find out the species of the plant. So when it comes to phytochemicals, phytochemicals are secondary metabolites that are naturally produced by plants. So phytochemicals not only provide plants with featured color, aroma and flavor, but it also play important roles in the regulation of plant cell functions. So moreover, accumulating studies have shown that the phytochemicals have enormous medicinal values with minimum side effects. Therefore, the characterization and evaluation of phytochemicals is a critical step for the pharmaceutical discoveries of plant derived medicines. So, here standard phytochemical tests are done from the extracts to find out whether they are present or not. Detection and analysis of target phytochemical contents such as flavonoids and terpenoids, both from the plant as well as from the fungus. So here what it says is the flavonoids and terpenoids which are present in the plant are also present in the fungus as well, that is endophytic fungus. So when it comes to conclusion, the DNA barcoding we have done to authenticate the species of the moringa, and we have grown endophytic fungus. Those funguses were characterized as Aspergillus fumigatus and Trichoderma turialbens. So this also helps in finding out the secondary metabolites which are present in the fungus, which will be more efficient in being a therapeutic agent. And qualitative tests conducted were flavonoids and terpenoids. It says that it is present both in the fungus as well as in plants. So further we will be planning to isolate the particular compounds which are effective to be a anti-inflammatory or anti-arthritic agent which is present in this plant. So our group of students will be explaining the project, how they have done and what they have done, and what was their experience at BioEdge Solutions. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Rick Das. I'm currently pursuing biotechnology honors in Garden City University, 6th SEM. I have done my 3 months internship program in a company known as Bias Solution. I have worked under Dr. Shruti SD in a project known as phytochemical analysis and molecular characterization of Moringa oleifera and its endophytic fungi. Moringa oleifera is a plant profoundly found in various subtropics and tropical region of the world. It has various beneficiary aspects such as it is anti-diabetic, anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and hepatoprotective also. It contains various nutrients such as zeatin, beta-carotene, phenolics, and amino acids. For so much of beneficiary activities, we want to know about the endophytic fungi present in the plants. Endophytic fungi are basically the organism present in the tissues underneath the epidermal cell layer and live inside the plant without causing any proper illness or any kind of harm to the plant. We have done various phytochemical analysis tests on the metabolites extracted from the plant with ethanol extracts, and we have found that phytoconstituents such as flavonoids and saponins are present in the endophytic fungi. And the two endophytic fungi we have found is Aspergillus fumigatus and Trichoderma turialbens.
Hello everyone, myself Priyanka. Today I am here to explain you about the materials and methods that are required for the project entitled Phytochemical Analysis and Molecular Characterization of Moringa oleifera and its endophytic fungi. The materials and methods that are required are the collection of plant sample. The moringa leaves are being collected and they are sterilized using 70% ethanol. After sterilization, the culturing of endophytic fungi using the moringa leaves is done by using potato dextrose agar medium. Then the isolation of DNA is done from the plant leaves using CTAB method. After the growth of fungi, the fungal mycelia is also used for the isolation of DNA using CTAB method. After the isolation of DNA, the gel electrophoresis is done to isolate the DNA fragments according to their size and also weight. After the gel electrophoresis, the DNA fragments are being amplified using polymerase chain reaction. Then, after the amplification of PCR products, the isolation of intact DNA by the gel is being done using the gel elution. After the gel elution, the DNA is being purified using column purification. Then the sequencing of DNA is being done using Sanger gene sequencing method that involves polymerase chain reaction, capillary electrophoresis, and electrogram. Then the data analysis is done by sequencing the data using the BLAST servers. At last, the phytochemical analysis is done in order to know the presence of phytochemicals that are present in both plant and also the fungi using ethanol extract of plant and also fungi. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Harini Vyar. I'm here to explain the result of the project. The variety of endophytic fungi was grown on the leaves of Moringa oifera. The variety level of endophytic growth is being seen and identified by the procedure including sequencing and phylogenetic examination. After the disengagement of the DNA, the amount and the nature of the DNA is finished by gel electrophoresis. The ITS locals of the DNA are enhanced utilizing polymer chain reaction. Later on, the gel electrophoresis of PCR items and gel filtration is accomplished by getting clear and distinct of DNA. After Sanger quality sequencing, the ITS grouping were exposed to the information examination utilizing BLAST-N. Metabolites from the endophytic fungi is shown by the presence of flavonoids and terpenoids. The presence of this mixture gives cancer preventing agent properties and parasitic properties. Thank you.